It was year 1796 in England. In a quiet countryside house filled with books, in bottles, and social expectations lived a young woman named Jane Austen. With a sharp mind and a keen sense of humor, she observed the world around her, its manners, its rules, and its complicated ideas about love and marriage. Little did anyone know that her stories would one day become some of the most beloved works in English literature. But for now, she was only a young girl, extremely honest about the behavior of the people around her, which meant she possessed something rather dangerous for a woman.
A wedding ring?
Opinions, indeed.
But why does every man in this town believe that proposing marriage counts as a personality?
Jane, Mother says you have been sitting here writing for 3 hours. She walked past your door twice already, and each time she sighed louder than the last.
I'm studying human behavior.
Mother says human behavior is less important than finding a husband. She thinks studying people will not improve our reputation in society, but marrying the right man certainly will. Personally, I think observing people is far more interesting.
Me? Find a husband? I was under the impression they usually find you and refuse to leave. Oh no. Please, tell me that it's not.
Miss Austen! I have returned once again to express my admiration for your beauty, your intelligence, and your mysterious habit of ignoring me.
It wasn't supposed to be mysterious. It was supposed to look intentional.
These roses symbolize my eternal devotion.
Wonderful. They will symbolize comfort surely.
Your wit only makes me admire you more.
Is it the one?
Jane, you are 21 years old. Society expects certain things from a young lady of your age: marriage, stability, polite conversations. Not boots filled with criticism.
They are not criticism, they are observations,
They are insults.
accurate insults.
Personally, I think the problem is not Jane. The problem is that reality keeps providing her with excellent material. Honestly, if people behaved a little less ridiculously, Jane would have far less to write about. A respectable woman should marry a wonderful man and live happily ever after.
Being married and happy, that was a good one.
Not as good as wonderful and man next to each other. I must confess, I rarely see those two words in the same sentence without some degree of exaggeration.
Miss Austen!
Ay, miren el chocorramito que destapé.
I have returned once again with chocolate as a symbol of my affection.
Thank you. You truly shouldn't have bothered me.
Surely you mean I should have not bothered myself.
No, I meant you shouldn't have bothered me by coming here.
My admiration grows stronger every time you reject me.
Red flag! If persistence were a virtue, sir, you would already be a saint. Unfortunately, ignoring rejection is not nearly as charming as you seem to believe.
Miss Austen, will you marry?
God forbid!
Jane, please.
Say yes. This gentleman has the purest intentions.
Oh man, but you are not reading the room, are you? Truly, this level of optimism is almost impressive. She has rejected you several times, and here you are, chocolates in hand, as confident as ever.
Clearly, he doesn't read anything. Not even the newspaper. Go out now.
Of course not. That's what serves as our fault.
Most women will love someone who chases them, gets excited every time he sees them, and is loyal forever. Someone who looks at them as if they were the most extraordinary creature in the world.
Charlotte, what you are describing is a dark.
Maybe, but to be honest, he does admire you. I've never seen someone so determined to impress another person. It is almost admirable, sadly exhausting, but admirable.
Yes, exactly. He truly looks at you as if you were remarkable. His admiration is almost heroic in its persistence. Most men would have surrendered by now, but he returns again and again with chocolates, declarations, and an optimism that borders the miraculous.
Perfect. I'll send him a signed copy of my book when it's finished.
You're writing about him, aren't you? Of course you are. Poor man.
Absolutely. If I cannot have a marriage, I will have a book.
Well, if you think about it, books do not interrupt you. They do not arrive uninvited with roses, and they certainly do not change their mind because of money. That's it. Marry a book, not a man.
Jane, I know. I often appear foolish, but I truly admire you. You are clever and fearless. You say things other people are afraid to say. We are perfect for each other. We even finish each other's
Sandwiches?
sentences. Okay, now, Jane, there is something I must tell you. My family believes I should marry someone wealthier.
What?
So the problem is not that I am disagreeable. The problem is that I am poor.
Jane, I never meant.
Do not worry. I'm an independent woman and I know my way home. Wait. Could I borrow £2 for the carriage? Let us see. A proud man and a woman who refuses to tolerate nonsense. Yes, that sounds promising.
A proud man? I hope he's at least interested.
Miss Bennet, I must confess that I admire your wit,
Your bride arrives several minutes before your death,
and your wit appears determined to destroy me.
only when necessary.
You dislike me greatly.
No, I simply enjoy disagreeing with you, Mr. Fancy. I mean, Mr. Darcy.
I assure you, Miss Bennet, I'm not a fancy man.
Your interest suggests otherwise.
Miss Bennet, I admire your intelligence, your independence, and your ability to insult me within seconds of meeting me.
It is a talent I have carefully developed,
I say that.
and yet you continue speaking to me.
I guess it's my better judgment.
That is usually how good stories begin.
Miss Bennet, I believe you misunderstand me.
Mr. Darcy, I assure you, misunderstanding you is a most entertaining fact.
Perfect. A romantic disaster, but with better dialogue.
Austen, I have read your manuscript. It's clever, observant, and entertaining, but perhaps it could include more romance.
More romance? This entire book exists because romance failed.
Romance did not fail. You simply rejected every respectable man who appeared.
Mada, one persistent suitor, does not qualify as every man.
Still, readers do enjoy a love story.
Then they will enjoy watching two people misunderstand each other for 300 pages.
Yes, but misunderstanding alone don't sell books. Readers expect declarations of love, dramatic confessions, and possibly a proposal or two.
Trust me, there will be plenty of proposals.
Finally, something sensible.
Most of them will be rejected.
Jane, this is a nightmare. Did I raise you that bad?
Miss Austen, I admire your wit, but I must consider the audience. People enjoy stories where the love triumphs.
Love does triumph, eventually, after pride, prejudice, bad manners, and several arguments.
That sounds complicated.
Human relationships usually are.
Or they could simply marry and save everyone the trouble.
Mother, if they did that, I will have no book.
And without the book, none of us would make any money.
Well, when you put it in that way, continue misunderstanding each other.
Still, I must ask, does the proud gentleman eventually become less proud?
Slightly,
And the lady?
slightly less prejudiced.
Mm, it is risky, but it is also very amusing. And I suspect that readers will argue about this character for years. Very well, Miss Austen. I will print you the access as it is.
She never married, choosing instead a life dedicated to writing, observing society, and turning its many absurdities into stories. In 1817, she died at the age of 41 in Winchester, England. After her death, however, her stories traveled far beyond the small towns she once wrote about. They were translated, studied, adapted into films, and loved by millions of readers all over the world. Generations discover her wit, her sharp observations of society, and her unforgettable characters. Today, more than 2 centuries later, her stories continue to inspire readers, proving that the things she wrote about love, misunderstanding, and human nature are truly timeless. All of this happened because one woman chose something unusual for her time. She chose to write exactly what she thought about the world around her.
Wait. It isn't over. There's something I must share with you. Hey, hello, good afternoon. For those who may not recognize us, I'm Elizabeth Bennett.
Hey, I'm Miss Darcy. We appear to be the most famous couple created by Jane Austen.
Which is really impressive considering we only says that in imagination.
And in several books.
And apparently quite few films.
Yes, I have been played by many actors.
Some better than others.
Miss Bennett.
What? I'm simply being honest.
As usual.
In any case, our story became one of Jane Austen's most famous works. Readers seem to enjoy watching two intelligent people misunderstand each other
for several hundred pages
and argue constantly.
Very passionately.
Indeed.
Of course, we should not reveal the ending.
Yes, we must avoid the spoilers.
We get married.
But the real reason I was studying maths
Is that Jane Austen wrote characters who were stubborn, imperfect, and human.
people who learn from their mistakes
Eventually,
and people who discover that love sometimes appears where you least expect it.
even after a great deal of pride.
And prejudice.
So, Miss Austen,
Thank you for creating us. And thank you to all our fans out there. Hope you have enjoyed our films. As there's nothing else to add. Bye for now.
So the problem is that not.
Action!
In the in 1870.
Espérate, ¿qué pasó la moto?